You and your master have no future on Drummond Cass or in the Sith Order. Tell her that. Now, get out of my way.
What do you think? Can you eat him?
Jani Bradais, uns in Freistobnajal.
What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
If you think this is bad, you should meet my other personality.
Ha! Did you... Zash! Zash! You've killed me!
Weaklings are like clay in my hands.
She will kill you, just like she's killed me.
I killed you, not Zash.
Still, it doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
Colonel, let it rest.
I will not let it rest. Everyone knows Lord Zash was at the party when Scotia was killed, and yet everyone knows she killed him.
Maybe you shouldn't talk so much, then.
But I must know. Please, you must tell me. How did Zash kill Darth Scotia?
Actually, I killed Scotia.
Clearly he's not saying anything, Colonel. Let it rest.
Fine, then. Fine. But I'm warning you, Calaveras. Lord Zash is becoming too powerful too quickly. Since when has anyone in the history of the Sith committed a murder so brazenly, yet made it appear that she was somewhere else the entire time? It's enough to wake the Emperor, I tell you.
But I had a dream. An apprentice of low origin humbled himself before the apparition, pacifying it. That's why you and your peers were singled out.
Wait, you want me to bow to this apparition?
In restoring our bloodline to glory, you must not make the same mistake. Treachery is the Sith's endless game. You must win it.
I couldn't care less about our bloodline.
Fool! You think that you have risen to power in spite of your nothingness. But your nothingness must have had a purpose. And when that purpose is exhausted, you will go back to being nothing. Beware your master. Beware your apprentice. Never be taken by surprise. Do these things, and you will be unstoppable.
Apprentice, do you have the artifact yet?
You wouldn't want to spoil the surprise now, would you?
Oh. You're teasing me, apprentice. Hurry back to Scotia's. My chambers. I have a surprise for you.
What kind of surprise?
Now that's my little secret. I trust you were successful in the Dark Temple?
You mentioned you had something for me.
Indeed I did. And I'll get to it in a moment. But tell me, how did you manage to pacify the apparition?
The apparition seemed to think you'd betray me.
Then that ghost is an idiot. I am not so stupid. These artifacts will change everything, apprentice. You especially. They will make you more powerful than you could imagine. I have foreseen it.
Let me guess. You've been dreaming again.
Documents and Scotia's effects point to Balmora and Nar Shaddaa. But I will need to do more research to locate the other two.
What do I do to get there?
Ah, yes. That brings me to my surprise. If you're going to find these artifacts, you'll need a ship, and so I have ordered you one. All you need to do is pick it up. You'll find your ship at the spaceport. Then the galaxy is yours to explore.
Woohoo! What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Easy, Destrus. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destrus earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place. If you mean the future leader of Lord Palladius's cult, then yes.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius's right-hand man.
Would you like to, I don't know, get something to drink, or I could show you around the compound, or...
As long as I get to spend more time with you.
Good. Great. Let's do that. Yeah, so that was nice. Very nice. A little unexpected, but nice. But I guess you need to get back to work, don't you?
I think I'll be up for another tour shortly.
Well, you know where to find me.
What does taking bribes from a gangster get you? Promoted? I'm sure they'll understand. A signaling device? You shouldn't have.
There is only one law for the weak as well as the strong, and that is power. For too long, the weak of Nar Shaddaa have grown soft in the luxury of their towers, while the strong have wallowed in chains. But I tell you, united, there is no law that can stop you. Take back what is yours!
But I like the weak.
Good evening. How good to talk to you again. I'm sorry to use such an unconventional method to contact you, but I had to be sure you got the message. You understand?
A call would have been sufficient.
All this trouble is just about some silly artifact. Let's let bygones be bygones, We can meet at my place, in network access. We'll chat. I'll give you the artifact, and all will be mended.
Are you trying to make me laugh?
I assure you, Sith, I have no sense of humor.
Sith! Destron, Rachel, I'm so glad you've come. You have made a wonderful decision. Can I offer you anything? A drink? And don't mind Varnock and Sharnock. They never leave my side.
Come to think of it, my lips are a bit parched.
So trusting. So marvelously trusting. But I dare say you've gravely underestimated me. That painful twisting you feel in your gut is your essence draining rather rapidly. And that hollow, sinking feeling, your connection to the Force being severed. Soon you will be no more powerful than little Denton here, or Ramona.
For that, you will suffer.
Not so powerful anymore, are we? What? What? How is this possible? You're stronger than any I've faced. You foolish idealist.
The toxic waste resistance may have been an unintended result. Or the Balmoran scientists were insane.
How can I get that resistance?
Sir, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilon and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
There were bugs, and more bugs.
Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
Have there been a lot of defections?
Lately, yes. Of course, the defectors' bodies usually turn up a few weeks later in a ditch somewhere.
Any idea how they end up that way?
That's classified. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
There are fates worse than death, and being an Imperial scientist is one of them.
Don't you think you're being a little dramatic?
The old man sent you for me, didn't he? He must have gotten my distress signal. I guess the old fool's still good for something.
Vesika's not a fool. He's a smart man.
Ha! Some Sith you are. Non-Sith are just pawns in our game, nothing more. Now get me out of here.
I'm really too kind.
Looks like you and my old man are one of a kind. Both weak.
You should have more respect for your father.
Respect him? I'm Sith. I don't respect what I can just as easily kill.
Hey! If it isn't the hero of the hour. I just heard from my son. I knew you wouldn't fail me. I was hoping he'd come back to base so we could catch up, but he said he was busy. Do you think he's okay?
He's just enjoying his independence.
Boys will be boys, eh? You're probably right. He just needs some space.
So let me get this straight. You kidnapped me away from the Republic so that you could go skinny dipping in a toxic waste pit?
A Sith's got to find some way to unwind.
You're aware that this serum has never been tested on humans, right? I mean, it should work, but it was designed for colicoids.
How do you know I'm not a colicoid?
All right. Well, I warned you. I can't expect to change a Sith's mind. You know, if you ever want to come over to the other side...
I don't think I'm ready to go that far.
I must warn you. Your master, Darth Zash, is plotting something. Whatever it is can mean nothing good for you.
Zash would never hurt me.
You are naive.
Breaking the spirits of a resistance movement is like cooking a fine meal.
Your metaphors are really dragging the conversation down.
I thought it was rather good myself.
Apprentice, I know you are very busy, but I must speak with you. I have just had the most amazing dream, and it concerns you.
Can't get me out of your head, can you?
Have you heard of a pirate named Andronicus Revel?
Wantahumpa, Murirava Fupa Jipampawula, Patogawata Kiko Uba Kiriwata Buki Donko.
Consider that I am Sith, and answer again.
Piti Dotenya go Kakajujo, Da Biska Ku Paliya.
Contact's name is Casey Ricks, old friend who used to be part of my crew. But she, doesn't exactly know I'm here. She's sure to know where Wilkes is hiding. Tell her you know me, and she'll tell you everything.
You must have quite a way with the ladies to produce that kind of reaction.
Let's just say that Casey and me go way back.
Let me call Wilkes. Make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report? Andronicus hasn't turned up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronicus?
Well, I could think of a few things. Have you reconsidered my offer?
That's why I called. Are you free in, say, a couple of hours? We could talk about it. In person.
I always have time for you. I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever you're ready.
Ugh, I hate that guy. Andronicus never went for that eyelash batting junk, but Wilkes is there, so hurry up and kill him.
I found that whole exchange deeply disturbing.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Well, well, Andronicus Revel, I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
There's no need to blast anyone's teeth through anyone's skull.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh? Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
Andronicus turned out to be an okay fighter after all.
And Andronicus? I'm sorry.
It's alright, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff, somebody was bound to get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, guess it's goodbye then. Good luck out there.
What was all that about?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye is all.
It's good to see you've made it safely to Alderaan. It really is a wonderful world. So rich in history. It's a shame you won't have time to visit the libraries.
I've never understood your fascination with reading.
To each his own, I suppose.
Ah, Sith. Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope your search in House Alde was fruitful. I've been anxiously dreaming up scandals we could catch the spotless Nomar Organa in.
Not really a scandal, but he was engaged once.
Congratulations, Sith. You've broken into my home, butchered my assassins, and forced your way into my personal chambers. Can I at least offer you a drink before you start making demands?
A drink would be nice.
Anyway, he's agreed to meet me in our old hiding spot in one of Alderaan's underground tunnels. Here are the coordinates. Unfortunately, the native sentient insect species, the Killiks, have moved into the tunnels lately. I'll have to meet you there.
Did you say native sentient insect species?
They haven't moved all the way into the old place, but they've penetrated pretty deep. I'll meet you down there shortly. But you and that monster of yours will probably draw a lot of attention to yourselves.
Like I said, I'm very sorry to trouble you, but we have a problem on our hands, and you may be the only one who can solve it.
If I had 50 credits for every time someone said that.
Ah, apprentice. You have the artifact. Wonderful. And Lady Fool sends her thanks once more for your aid against Organa's Jedi.
I don't know that I've ever met a nicer person.
She knows who her friends are.
Obey him as if it were me, and with the same penalty for defiance. Tell him what you need, and he will ensure Thol's hold on Alderaan.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Penalty for defiance. I like the sound of that.
Who's the source of these? What were they looking for? And quickly!
The programming signatures point to Lord Cedric Kilesa.
Lord Kilesa is my vassal. He swore loyalty to me personally when we returned from exile.
I find the best oath of loyalty is a man's firstborn son in shackles.
Real Alderaanians will never bow to the likes of you.
No one world can stand up to the might of the Empire.
I would sooner see Alderaan blasted into space debris than given over to the Empire.
To distract us from something they're calling Operation Sunshower.
You Alderaanians are entirely too cheerful.
I will not surrender this throne for you, or for anyone else. Only I can keep it safe. Only I can protect Alderaan.
You're awfully enamored of yourself.
Boris Olgo in the flesh. I wasn't sure if I'd ever have the pleasure.
Save your mockery, Pantier. If your house were stronger, we wouldn't be here now.
Prisoners do not speak.
Your rise from the slave pens has been non-traditional, to say the least.
Is there a problem with where I came from?
Others have risen from slavery to do great things. I want to speak to you about your master.
You don't like her very much, do you?
Darth Zash is arrogant and reckless. The reckless have a way of defeating themselves in the end. Now, I have another gift for you. One that was dearer to me than even my life. My own lightsaber. Until now, lost to me. But through your great power in the Force, I have found it. You must claim it.
You know, it's not really a gift if I have to get it myself.
You shouldn't have come here, Seth. I've got eyes and ears all over this city. I heard all about your little talk with the Escalus whelp. Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous, so I'm willing to make a deal.
You are in no place to bargain.
Look, I'm standing here with Nar Shaddaa's toughest mercenaries. Guys that make the Sith look like schoolteachers. So, what I'm thinking is, you're gonna listen to me. That's what I'm thinking. Here's what I propose. I give you the lightsaber, and you come work for me as my own personal Sith. That, or you pay me 3 million credits.
Hard to believe, but you're actually dumber than you look.
All right, then. You made your choice. Boys, kill the Sith.
Sir, you do realize...
No complaints. I don't pay you to complain. Kill him. Kill him! What are you doing?
Sorry, boss. You can't pay me enough to fight no Sith.
I'll make it quick. I promise.
No way. I got no plans for dying anytime soon. Boys, let's get out of here while we still have our hides, huh?
Wait. This isn't what I pay you for. You fools, you'll never work on Nar Shaddaa again.
Just hand over the lightsaber.
Apprentice! What have you done to me? Why couldn't you just hold still for a few moments longer? Why couldn't you pull your monster off?
I need to learn that ritual.
That monster broke through my defenses, interrupted my concentration, diverted the entire ritual. 5 years of preparation, finding the right person, training them, researching the artifacts, gathering them, wasted! You were my legacy! My one chance to defeat death! You fool! You have ruined everything!
At least you're not dead.
No, that's true. And this beast's body makes me quite powerful indeed. Powerful enough to punish you for your rebellion!
This doesn't need to end in violence.
What is this? Why can't I hurt you? bond! That damn bond! How can your will be stronger than my own? I am the master, not you!
Change is hard, but you'll learn to deal with it.
My lord, we have not met, but Karl and I are Zasha's newest apprentices. She honored us by telling us about a prophecy, a dream she had, one that has now been fulfilled by you.
Oh, I know all about her dreams.
Your work was sloppy, brazen even, but the news of her murder was sweet.
I didn't want to kill her. It was self-defense.
Nonsense. Every apprentice wants to kill their master.
Order's my prisoner. We'll drill him for intel on the Republic's defenses.
You won't get a word out of me.
Master Gravis will be displeased with your mercy.
A Sith does what a Sith wants.
Aren't you the independent spirit?
Lord Gravis was right about you. The sewers will soon cease to be a threat.
Silence your praise, Melkor. This planet's covered in Sith, all twice as powerful as your friend here.
Come to bask in my power again?
I'd as soon bury you as look at you.
Bashoon will soon be weaponless.
This mission's too important to let you mess it up. I'm going as well. Let us see who can exterminate more of Bashoon's best warriors. I'll bet my pay that you lose.
There's no doubt who is the better Sith, my lord. Devastate the Cathar's weapons, put Thana in her place.
I took out the Cathar's weaponry. They're defenseless.
Don't try taking all the credit. I smashed more than my share of munitions.
Excellent work, both of you. I'm surprised, Thana. You didn't kill enough Cathar to win your own challenge.
Impossible! I cut down every beast I saw.
You were foolish to compete with me, Thana.
Shut up. Take this, before I change my mind.
Our combined power will wipe the Cathar off Taris.
Wise call, my lord. I suggest you take the lead. Thana, provide backup.
Not a chance. I'll slay this Cathar before you step inside his base.
The Empire's trying to drive us from Taris, from our homes. Soon they'll learn that Cathar never back down.
Keep talking, Bashoon. When I get out of here, I'll stomp out your entire species.
The Empire sent this Sith to kill me, but she failed. Proof that none can defeat the mighty Cathar.
I was afraid I'd never see you again.
What are you talking about? Just get me out of here.
Thanks to you, they're cornered in their base. Their final sanctuary on Taris.
And soon to be their tomb. Don't worry, Gravis. I'll tear down their base, then soak Taris with Republic blood.
I was hoping you'd grace us with your presence.
Come closer and I'll grace you with my lightsaber. I had them under control.
Your form was perfection. Show me a few of your best moves.
Keep your eyes off me and on these Republic dogs.
Darth Gravis is amazingly predictable. This is a trap, and you walked right into it. The evacuation transports that arrived weren't empty. They brought friends, ready to defend Taris. Perhaps you're familiar with them?
Yes, I've met that kind before, and made them squirm.
There he is, the Sith who wants the ghost.
You were right to tell us, Ashara. The Jedi Enclave is no place for Sith, and this one gives me an uneasy feeling.
Blame it on my misspent youth.
Excellent. Truly remarkable. My lord, you are utterly clever and resourceful. Thank you so much for clearing out the Jedi for us.
If this is what I think it is, know that I don't take kindly to betrayal.
I am Moff Drayson, head of Quesh Imperial Forces. You're here to join our war against the Republic?
Not just join, I'll win it.
This operation's under control. We don't need Sith running wild down here.
That's big talk for a worm like you.
I won't stand for this outrage!
Yes, you will, Major. Rag, you finally grace us with your presence. Let me introduce the Empire's greatest weapon on Quesh.
I'd ask you to bow to my magnificence, but, well, you know.
Yasaun kubas taja pakatun bonko.
Calm down. The three families must remain united. You're vital to the Republic's mission.
You're ruining the show, Jedi. Let's place bets and watch this play out.
Putula musta wobrani tampio do pushi wampa.
Silence, Jilta. If you value your power, bring me the intruders.
I've always wanted to see a Hutt fight. Moff Drayson, I'm patched into the Hutt's mainframe.
This is it. Everything the three families knew about processing Quesh venom. We can erase the Republic's head start in minutes.
Don't say thank you or anything.
Thank you, of course.
Strength is impressive, Sith, but no amount of power will take Quesh from the Republic.
We're just here to ruin your operation and spark galactic war.
The Republic won't take your bait. Not while I breathe.
Dinga dwara kema chuba, mia grancha muri ra.
True Jedi need only the Force.
Watch your step, Jedi. Harken. How good to see you again.
My lord, it's always a pleasure to see you. I was just preparing these new slaves for their imminent death. Are you here for an apprentice, or were you just feeling nostalgic?
I was just thinking of what good times we had together. Well, that and my apprentices were just ruthlessly killed.
Good times, yes.
We think what Andronicus has heard is true. A Republic transport crashed over Hoth about a year ago. It was carrying artifacts from a Sith tomb that the Jedi had confiscated.
Confiscated is the perfect euphemism, isn't it?
A Sith is in no place to judge.
All the more reason to bring back their equipment. We could learn much from the Tulls.
The last thing you'd want to do in a Wampa cave is weigh yourself down.
You'd be surprised how much I can carry.
Lieutenant Auron reporting in, my lord. Our company is on the ground, and we have secured the perimeter.
You couldn't have arrived while I was fighting an army.
All civilians need to evacuate the station. Step away from the console with your hands on your head. I said, step away from the console with your hands on your head.
I hear if you wave that blaster around enough, someone might fight back.
Intruders! I've got intruders in the shaft room!
We've heard enough alarms. The time has come to move our base of operations to Lorimar.
Why go to Lorimar when nothing can reach us here? The guards will handle whatever intruders at the door?
I don't think so.
I am Heavy Resource Recovery Machine 5. I will not allow you to open the cases. Do you understand?
I have destroyed far worse than you.
That statement has a high probability of being inaccurate.
Pirates run this place, though the Empire and the Republic have dared to move in of late. Still, ships don't land here. The cold is part of it, but there are other rumors. The kind you'd ignore if you had sense.
There's nothing sensible about looking for a ghost in a frozen wasteland.
Yeah, I guess if I wanted sense, I should have stuck with killing and stealing.
Ortolan. I'd know them if they were 6 days old and covered in jam. Those are Ortolan tracks.
I'll be sure to look for you next time my ship's galley is invaded by a pack of Ortolans.
That's a good one.
Could you say that again?
No offense, but Master, why can't you Sith just become one with the Force when you die?
I wonder if Jedi have this much trouble getting what they want.
The Star Runner may be found in the belly of the mighty super dreadnought Star of Coruscant. There, you will find me.
I know the place, but it's swarming with pirates. White Moor, I think they're called. Not exactly connoisseurs of the historical.
These pirates sound far more exciting than the present company.
You have a gift. The way you and your apprentice cut through my guardians was most satisfactory.
What was the point of having them attack us? Haven't we already proven ourselves to you?
I am sorry, but I have always been vain, and surrender is not a pill I swallow easily.
Attempts on my life are not a pill I swallow easily.
My lord, I hoped to catch you before you left. I have resigned from the service. The military just isn't the best use of my talents. I feel I could serve the Empire better by helping you. If you'll let me.
I'm sorry. Have we met? All these Imperial uniforms, they blur together.
Sorry, it's Talos, Lieutenant Drellick. I helped you into the Temple of the Sadoween, remember?
One thing I forgot to mention about the Force binding. You should never, ever bind more than one ghost at a time. Or else, well, you'll see.
Whoever you are, be quiet. I need to think.
He wants to think. He should have thought before he grasped for power beyond his abilities.
We had no choice but to serve you before, but now we can finally have some fun.
Stop right there. Sorry, my lord, but you're not allowed in here.
You will let me in. I'm welcome here.
We will let you in. You're welcome here.
Give us control of your cult, and we will give you the CN-12.
I assume you're not dumb enough to demand such steep payment without justification. So what is it? What are you offering?
The lowlifes that run your cult are brutal enough, but they lack vision.
Why settle for a cult when you can have an empire?
Our resources extend beyond the CN-12. Armies need weapons, ships need engines.
What does your cult provide you now? Donations? Artifacts?
We offer that and more. Our reach extends across the galaxy.
Simply send a signal from one of these devices, and our servants will come to your aid anywhere in the galaxy, not just on Nar Shaddaa.
You will give me the CN-12, and you will serve me.
We will give you the CN-12.
We will serve you.
Please, let us join your cult.
I don't let people join for free.
Of course, my lord.
Here is the CN-12. We assure you, you will not regret this.
My lord, thank you again. I was wondering, what was between us?
I suppose I could linger a while if that's what you want.
Well, yes. The place has gotten a lot nicer since you were last here. Stay as long as you like, my lord. We are always happy to have you among us.
Ah, my lord. Ruel Jofin, Imperial Diplomatic Service. A pleasure. Try not to stir the pot too much while you're here. When the chips fall, we want the Voss to land with us. You understand, of course.
Then I'll be sure to blame all my trespasses on the Republic.
Not a bad idea.
Killed your master, did you, Snake? I know just the punishment for you.
You plan to seethe at me until I keel over.
No Gormak may leave Voss. Control your people or leave, outsider.
Please accept the Empire's sincere apologies. There must have been some misunderstanding.
I promised this Gormak I would help him off-planet. I intend to keep my promise.
The revered visionary Alarwan saw this. You have taken this creature off Voss. We can't allow this. The Voss reject your empire.
Let's not lose our heads. I'm sure there's a rational explanation. Right, my lord?
I don't see any Gormak here. You came here to help me.
I don't see any Gormak here. Strange. I came here to help. Accept this gift as a sign of friendship. Safe journey.
Unbelievable. How did you do that?
It was nothing special.
It was nothing special. Right, what was I thinking? Once again, it's been a pleasure. Good luck out there.
Slave scum! Did you not listen to the rules of this academy? You do not murder another acolyte, and in the presence of witnesses. I'm sorry, my lord. It seems I've failed to teach this miserable dog a single lesson. I will let you know when a new shipment of slaves arrives.
What's wrong with this one?
He murdered an acolyte in the academy walls, in the presence of an overseer and a lord of the Sith. To top it off, he's a slave. Sith tradition demands he be executed.
Your defiance is foolish and misplaced.
I'm only telling the truth. I put up with a lot around here. training low slaves into Sith Lords. But if the rules of subterfuge and skill give way to blind murder, then the whole Empire is doomed.
You pick the strangest times to get principles, Harkon.
Thanaton will hear of this, I promise you.
This ends now. I declare a Kagath, a contest of mutual annihilation, pitting power base against power base.
I've never heard of the Kagath.
How can you call yourself Sith?
I assure you, gentlemen, Corellian Engineering Corp has nothing to fear. The C9X droid will serve you well.
Just keep your Hulkcracker out of Imperial hands. We hear they've already breached your walls.
A mild annoyance. Even if the Empire grabs our weapon, it's useless without the proper codes. Tell CEC's board I have the situation under control.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold strong, Browl. Better to die free than live under the Empire's fist.
Speak for yourself. Here, take the Hulkcracker's detonation codes. Just, please, don't hurt me.
Zekka's Hulkcracker is already in the field. Are you ready to shove it down CEC's throat?
I've got a Pazak game later, then a lunch with the Emperor. Lucky you, I'm free for now.
Good. I wouldn't want to disrupt your busy agenda.
I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Darbin Sul, Corellia's top counselor, friend to the Empire. I hope the Major hasn't dirtied my reputation?
I don't need someone to tell me you're a selfish, corrupted dog.
I'm used to veiled insults.
I'd rather hear what a Solonian scream sounds like.
The Green Jedi only want Corellia's freedom. Tell Darth Decimus the rebellion can't be killed. Then leave this planet forever.
You're a terrible host, Master Ramos. I just want to chat with your council.
Are you Imperials or dogs? We will consume this galaxy in fire before this war is done. Fall behind and you will burn too.
You have a most interesting way of inspiring your men.
Save your clever quips.
It looks like it's just the two of us now, Thanaton.
Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory.
Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me.
You've done well for yourself, little snake.
But we're done. Your enemy is dead. Free us as you promised.
Speak for yourself, Ergast. I, for one, have no desire to be bound to a coffin in the frozen wastes of Hoth once more. Alone and forgotten.
Is there a way I can help you find peace before you go?
Perhaps. The Jedi are known to redeem ghosts to freedom. But it goes against everything that being Sith stands for.
Let my light redeem you.
Usatida sin fara alaim ja'al in ima jahaban iten.
At least I'm not a corpse.
Enough, finally. A reprieve from that monster. Apprentice, I promise. Get me out this infernal body and I will give you power like you cannot imagine.
That body is the perfect match for your personality.
Yes, Ash is a monster, very clever. I very nearly changed my mind about the ritual, you know. I genuinely like you. But it was that or death, and I don't like anyone that much.
Well, that makes everything okay.
Anso wilok pardos, zogi inagangan disat faur ises.
Whatever you do, you can't let Zash take control.
Elion dandans atin se lapto, iswis dudalai lotais wahaisen. Anso wilok pardos, zogi inagangan disat faur ises.
I'm so sick of hearing about Tulak Horde.
Ah, that's better. I can think so much more clearly now. Thank you.
One more trick like this and you'll be punished.
I promise I'll be a good girl from now on. I really am quite grateful. You've no idea how much easier it's been to think since the storehouse. And I have to say, I'm growing used to this body. It has its limitations, certainly, but such strength.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Paulos jasir banas jat taimar paus, aikles John, laune kai in kuda aitin.
Yes, thank you, apprentice. This body has some remarkable abilities. I'm beginning to rather enjoy it.
Not in such a hurry to leave now, are you?
I miss some things, but there's something exhilarating about such raw, monstrous strength.
Contrary to what the Jedi teach, the world is not all light and dark. There are many shades, and many contradictions.
I'm beginning to see that, but I'm not sure I like it. What was your master like? You had a master, right?
I did. Until I trapped her in the body of the Dishard.
My lord, where do we go now?
Thanaton is dead, and with him the old Sith ways. I am the future of the Sith Order, and I intend to reshape it in my image. The Empire and the Sith belong to me.
I places amins why fools. Gawan tida seek from Tauhans.